Gabi. Here we have Gabi, and today she is guest appearing, I guess you want to call it, on my channel because she's going to be showing us how to do a clay mask. So as you've probably seen on my previous videos, I don't normally tend to my face as well as I should. Here, Gabi, she's done a whole lot of research. She probably, more than likely, might be going to school. We'll see what's going on about that. But she does a lot of research. She tries on her own face and she tries on other people's face. And if she hasn't, then she's going to try on mine. So we're going to see how this all works out. So, Gabi, what is the name of our mask we're doing today?
So today we will be making a rose clay mask.
Okay. So here are it says red rose petals.
So this is what we use to actually make the rose water that we'll be using in the clay mask.
Okay. So how do we get started first?
So the first step I like to do is kind of measure out the Kaolin clay. I know this says Aztec clay, but I used all my Aztec clay, so I actually just store my Kaolin clay inside. So I have this cute little mask kit right here, so this is what we'll be using to mix the mask in. So I'm using just a normal spoon to measure this out. So I'm not completely filling my spoon. You can use discretion on how much you want to use, but the clay is the majority of the mask, so I'm adding a nice amount in there for both of us.
Okay.
Alright. After that, I'm going to go in with the rose water. So I actually make the rose water using the steam distilled method, which is basically I just boil the rose petals and they create rose water. So I'm just adding that in there. Guys, honestly, I just kind of eyeball everything out. I really don't measure. I just do what looks good until I get a certain consistency. Next, I'll be using Rosehip Seed Oil. So this has a dropper, which is really handy. I'm just going to put a few drops of that into the mask as well. So I like for it to be like a smooth consistency to where it's not lumpy, but still thick enough. Alright, next I'm going to use some vegetable glycerin. I like glycerin because it's a humectant, which basically just means that it attracts moisture. So it's very good to use for dry skin. I'm going to add a small, like nickel-sized amount of that. We're almost done. After that, I'm going to be using some honey, which is also a humectant, so it's just boosting those moisturizing properties. I'm going to add a bit of that into both of our masks. So I'm actually kind of splitting a nickel-sized amount for the both of us with the honey. And last but not least, I'm using rose geranium oil, which is really good for antibacterial, helping treat acne, along with balancing oil levels for your skin. So just going to do like 4 to 5 drops of that. By this time, since I've used so much liquid, we'll stir this up and see if I need to add any more clay to that mixture to thicken it up. This is so weird. It's like struggle. You know? So it's definitely liquidy.
Let me show you.
Definitely gonna add some more.
I can't really show y'all like that because it's gonna fall out.
Yeah.
But just know it's liquidy. So
yes.
I'm guessing it's not supposed to be like this.
No, it should be slightly thicker.
Yeah, so if y'all's comes out like this, you did something wrong. So
Yeah.
you might want to add some more clay.
And it definitely just depends on the consistency that you feel comfortable with on your skin. I personally just like it to be a little thicker. So let's mix this and see. That one is really not what this is.
Well, it's not
That's fine.
bad.
Yeah. I just like for it to have like a smooth application, but be like a perfect in between of thick and smooth.
Okay.
Alright, so what we're going to do next is just basically cleanse our skin, which is something you always want to do before you apply a mask. So for our cleanser, we're going to be using raw African black soap.
So, not to cut you off, but if y'all remember in my previous video, which I'm going to put like somewhere right here, I used African black soap, but it was by Shea Moisture. So the reason why I'm here is because, one, I need to know what else to do with my face because it's clearly not working anymore. So this is raw African black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have anything else in it. And if you look at this, it's not black. So raw African, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Raw African black soap is not supposed to be as black as how that other soap was. So if your soap looks like that, then that means it has other stuff in it. So
Right.
mine, I knew that, but that was the only thing that I had. And like I said, in my facial or skincare routine, I need something super simple. So that was the only thing I had. But I'm gonna try something new, you know.
And basically with raw African black soap, it's made from plants, the ash of plants. It's super gentle on your skin. It does cleanse your skin of impurities, but it's not going to dry your skin out. So when you're purchasing African black soap, if it's a brown or tan color, that's completely fine. You'll want to look for black soap that was like imported from West Africa, because that's typically where it's made. Just a note for future reference.
Okay, so then you said we first cleanse with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to cut it. So we just washed our face, and now we put this mask on, right?
Right.
Okay.
So you can use your fingers, that's totally fine. If you're using your fingers, just make sure that your hands are clean before you apply the mask. Today we'll be using a little brush from a kit that I picked up from Target. We're both just using it.
Okay.
So I usually start out on my cheeks because that's one of my primary areas of concern. I feel like I need a mirror.
You look in here.
I can't see. Let me see. Tip for females, I like to get as close to my hairline as I can because for me personally, I find myself reacting to like Ego Styler a lot. Like I will break out on my forehead.
And then too, what I tend to do around this part, sometimes I break out like around my hairline, and then even like below my ears, kind of like toward the jaw, because if you do anything with hair and you're using products and hairspray, every time you're spraying your hair, sometimes it's going to spray up against your face, and the main parts that get it is your hairline, around your ears, and then your jaw, kind of. So make sure that you're mindful of that, like when you're washing your face. At least that's what I've come across. So make sure you're, mindful of that.
You'll see now I'm kind of putting it in the crevices on the sides of my nose because I like to make sure that my pores are really cleaned around my nose so that there's no blackheads forming around that area. And I'm also not covering my chin just because personally I tend to break out on my chin when I use any type of facial mask. So just like focusing on my cheeks and my T-zone.
So do you like pack it on there?
I do layers.
Okay.
Until I feel like this, when you use it, you'll feel it's really smooth.
Okay.
So I like it a little better than Aztec clay because it doesn't really feel like anything is on my face necessarily, and it doesn't harden up too much. I really like to put it under my eyes because I feel like the clay helps with firming when you have like
if I
sagging.
Do that, all up in my eyes.
Yeah.
All up in my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I started doing that like just as a test kind of because you know how the clay will like pull back your face. So I was like, well, let me try it under my eyes just to see. Even though this has a slight liquidy texture, it doesn't like fall down, which is nice. I'll let you use that side.
One thing that I noticed with my skin is I be getting, when I'm stressed out, yo,
Oh gosh, yeah.
my stress right here, like just right here, and it be looking like I got herpes or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, anybody that sees me, I do not like. It really, it really be bad, and I just be praying like, please don't nobody look at me like I got somebody's herpes.
Right.
I'm really just stressed out about something. It's either when I'm stressed or when I'm getting overstressed. Like, how did that work?
Yeah.
I'm over it, and I still get up.
Right.
And when I'm stressed out, it be right here. When I'm not stressed out and I just got over it, it be on this side. I be like, okay, so you're just gonna give me both ways,
right?
Huh?
But yeah, stress causes acne heavy. Something that I learned that I felt was really helpful, like your skin is the mirror of your health. So literally, if something's going on with one of your internal organs, your skin will communicate that with you, which is why, like I was telling you before, I lean towards like face mapping, because I can kind of see like, okay, if I'm breaking out on my forehead, then maybe my digestive system or my liver or my kidneys is being affected by my diet, or so many things that can contribute to acne and skin irritation and so on. So
it makes sense. Yeah. So, yo, what do you learn? You should put in in the comments.
Yes.
Be stress free.
Yes.
And the best way to do that, mind your business.
Right.
Period. Because when you just mind your business,
no, for real,
you'll be fine.
Yeah. Seriously, your skin gets clear. Drink your water.
Drink your water, ladies. Drink your water and drink cranberry juice and mind your business.
Yes.
So
half of your problems will go away if you do the following. Like, seriously. I really believe in that, you know?
Even though I don't like cranberry juice, I be drinking.
You do?
Yeah.
That's so good.
You don't like cranberry juice either?
It be hurting my throat sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the citric acid in it.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be, like, good for antioxidants.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I want to throw in here real quick. Antioxidants are your friend because they literally fight against like any harmful bacteria in your body. So look into that. Green tea is a good source of antioxidants. It's also one of the things that I used to help clear my acne way back when. So go read up on antioxidants.
No, but cranberry juice, like, I try to drink cranberry juice at least once a month. Like, if I just drink it once a month, I'm doing good.
All the time.
No, I can't stand
like green apples. Like green apple. Green apple is a little sweet. That's why I like it.
Like cranberry, nothing.
Drinking water.
Period. Period. We just gotta get her onto some cranberry juice too. Look at her face. I'm crying. Okay, I think I put enough. So yo, like I had said before in my other video, my problem area is underneath here. I don't understand what the issue is. I'm gonna see my dermatologist and ask her, but it be right underneath my chin, like I'm some guy. Like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's interesting because I found out, and ladies may especially recognize this, around the time of menstruation, you may notice like acne on your chin. typically that can be trying to communicate with you that your hormones are imbalanced. So around that time, I usually break out right here on my chin. I don't try and treat it. If it's massive, I go straight for a clay mask to kind of dry it out.
I've never had them before. Like
my
massive
goodness.
bumps underneath the chin?
On my chin. So they'll be like around here along my jawline, and I hate the way they look.
They be tiny. Like the ones that be underneath my chin, they be tiny. I don't really get them. When I was younger, I had really, really bad acne. Like, it was bad. It was, girl, I used to get made fun of in school. It was bad.
Are you serious?
It was bad. I used to get made fun of. I went to the dermatologist and they was telling me stuff, but at the same time, my skin was super sensitive.
Okay.
When I tell you super, like, you know how, okay, so what age do you start wearing deodorant? Like, when you start thinking, so like, what, like 10?
Yeah, 9, 10 years old.
So everybody was using Degree,
right,
or Secret.
Yeah.
I couldn't use it.
It.
I could not use it. I had to use, it was some rinky dink thing called Teen Spirit.
Oh, I used to use some
I used Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
It was some other kind. I don't remember, but it was some other kind, and those were the only kinds that could work. And then for the longest time, I feel like until high school, that's when I started wearing Degree because I couldn't wear it. Like, I would start itching. Like, my mom would be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like, "My underarm is itching." Like, I couldn't. And then even like lotions and stuff, it only Vaseline.
Yeah.
None of that other stuff worked.
Right.
So I guess my skin was like super sensitive.
Yeah.
But my acne when I was in high school, horrible.
Where did you break out most? Like,
I broke out on my forehead. I broke out on my nose. I broke out like right over here.
Yeah.
Crazy thing in my ears, like right in here. I had like bumps in there, and they would hurt so bad. And I would break out in my ears, and then definitely on my chin.
I don't remember any of this. Katora always had perfect skin to me.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was mostly blackheads more than anything, though.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily like the white ones or whatever.
Yeah.
If it was the white ones, it was always like right underneath my bottom lip. So like, you know, you couldn't. I feel
like a lot of teenagers have that.
Yeah,
like,
it was like right
normal.
Underneath my bottom lip. I cannot stand it.
That's
oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Yeah.
But in school, elementary school and middle school, I got made fun of. It was like a dirty road. Like it was nasty.
Yeah.
I hated it. But my parents, they had so my nose is itching. Like really bad. My parents, they had bad acne.
Okay.
Like really bad acne.
So like a hereditary thing.
Yeah, my mom, she got the under the skin type of bumps, like the ones that were hurt.
Right.
So I used to get a lot of those, and I would get them like on my cheeks. So people couldn't really see it. Yeah. I noticed they were there, but people couldn't really see it. Yeah. But those things hurt so bad. Yeah. So my mom would get those, and then my dad, he got really bad. He had all types of acne. He had all of it. He had the red ones. He had the white ones. He had the black ones. Like, he had them all. He was my skin was horrible until I met your mom. So then she hooked me up and made me better. Yeah. So between the two of them, that's how I got my acne. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, acne it's a horrible experience.
Especially if you're a female. Especially because you be going through stuff.
Yeah.
Puberty,
that self-conscious
be hitting
age.
you,
girl. Yeah, you think you're ugly because you have one pimple. It's
right.
It's
and you sitting here crying, talking about something. It's never gonna go away. Yeah, it's gonna go away. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna go away.
It will. I think that's the thing with skincare. You have to be patient, which is really hard because nobody wants to be patient with their imperfections, but there's really nothing, you can't do anything to make it go away. It's a process, especially if it's like an internal issue.
Right.
But with these masks, I'm going to put on a 15-minute timer. The first time I did it, I actually did it for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I did this particular one for 20 minutes because they're all soothing ingredients. So it's nothing that may cause irritation. If I put like tea tree oil or a citric acid oil in it, I definitely probably wouldn't leave it on for any longer than like 10 minutes if you have sensitive skin. So yeah.
It feels warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours feel warm too. I like it though. Like, it feels like my face is wrapped in a blanket. Like, this is great.
Now we're going to move on to toning. We have cleansed our skin. And so for toning, we're going to be using first witch hazel extract. Witch hazel is very popular in skincare, again, for like balancing the pH of your skin. It has antibacterial properties, super good for toning and treating hyperpigmentation. I like to use cotton rounds. I feel like they just work really well for toning. So with the witch hazel, I literally just take it like this and turn it upside down about 2 or 3 times. Literally just like wipe your face down with it. One thing I like using the cotton rounds for as well, when you finish using it, you can always see if like any excess dirt or any impurities are coming off of your face. So it's kind of like a way that I check just to make sure that I really cleansed my skin. Witch hazel is also an astringent, which means it's like a gentle cleanser. So yeah. After we finish with the witch hazel, I want you to try Rosewater just by itself.
Okay.
So you can use another one. Normally I like flip it around.
Okay.
And use the other side. Again, I'm just doing it like 3 times. Rosewater is so soothing. I just like really enjoy the way it feels. With rosewater, you can leave it out, but when you refrigerate it, it's the most amazing feeling in the world.
Because it's cold?
Yeah. It just feels like amazing. I can't even explain. Okay. So, once we're done with that, I'm going to use some jojoba oil. I've been using this as a moisturizer day and night, and I really, really like it. It's close to the natural oil that your skin produces, so it's not going to make you too oily. It kind of helps to balance that layer of oil. So again, with this, I kind of do it on my camera. I literally do the same way because oil, you don't want to be greasy. So that's my way of kind of like doing oil control. And with that, I use rose geranium oil as well. So I'm just doing like 2 drops of that. And you mix that up. And you'll look slightly glossy, but your skin will literally like absorb it. Yeah, right.
My face looks so, like you said, matte.
Yeah. Clay will always kind of give you that mattified look. And so will smell always gets me. Rose,
but it don't stink.
It doesn't. Rose has like a floral scent.
It does. It does.
It's still like taking me a minute to get used to. With jojoba oil, you can also mix like tea tree oil, lavender. You can use jojoba oil alone, but I feel like it's definitely like a good base, especially if you have oily skin. And literally, that's it. Another good moisturizer is cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is literally like the loveliest thing that I've ever used on my skin for a moisturizer. So that's definitely like an alternative, and it can be a little cheaper than buying like jojoba oil and essential oils. So yeah.
So this was the skincare.
This was the routine.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. If y'all are anything like me, who
honestly
cannot stand doing stuff with your skin. Overall, this whole thing was easy, except mixing. I'm not. It'll take a lot for me to mix, but it was fun though. I did like that. I could see myself purchasing some of this stuff. Definitely could see myself doing that. I would probably get a little confused with the oils. But it is like overall, like my skin, I feel clean. Like it really feels clean. My skin, I feel like looks good. Like it's all glowy and all of that. Like I love it. I love the whole thing. So definitely, if you're anything like me, who you have issues with your skin, or you feel like you have issues with your skin, but you don't have the time to do it, I feel like this mask will really work. And definitely get this soap. Well, it's in plastic now, but this was the African black soap, the raw African black soap. Remember that it's not supposed to be black when you purchase it in the store.
Right.
It's very important. And yeah, you should definitely try it. And if you do try it, make sure you put it down in the comments.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So again, thank you guys for watching this skincare routine with Gabi. We're going to put our Instagrams down here. She does a lot of posting on skincare routines and different stuff that she finds works for her. So very informative. So yeah, again, write down in the comments what you use on your skin and different problems with your skin. And who knows, maybe she might talk about it in her Instagram. Okay.
Let Couture know, what are some of your skin concerns? Maybe it's something that I can take into consideration, do some research on, and maybe reappear and show you guys some ways in which you can address those concerns.
Yep.
And let me know if it's something that you would be interested in, like, purchasing at a later date. We'll see.
Definitely. Do all of that. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. This is her Instagram. This is my Instagram. And write down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Thank you guys for watching.